Today I'm with John Bostock, founder of Ballers and God, professional footballer with Crystal Palace, Spurs, Toulouse and England at a youth level. And you made your debut for Palace aged 15, and so I've got 15 quick fire questions for you today. So let's go. Question 1, the club you support.
So I support Crystal Palace. I was a season ticket holder there since the age of 5, and then signed for the academy about a year and a half after that. So Palace has always been the club of my heart. Boyhood club. Cracking.
Brilliant. Best football memory?
There's a lot of downs as well, to be fair, but there's a lot of ups. Probably, I think the way my career kicked off was a big high. I mean, breaking a record to become the youngest player to play for Crystal Palace at the age of 15 was a big one. But I think also playing in Ligue 1 in France for Toulouse, that was a big one as well, playing in one of Europe's top 5 divisions.
Yeah. Best player then in your career that you've played alongside?
Best player, I mean, I played with some amazing talents, but I think the one that probably pips it is Luka Modric. I had the honour of training with him at Spurs, and you could see his ability and stuff, but he went on to win Ballon d'Or, so of course I think he's number one.
Yeah. Of your football away grounds, most hostile atmosphere you've played in?
Most hostile atmosphere? Probably Galatasaray away. I played for Bursaspor in Turkey. And we played at Galatasaray Stadium, and I couldn't hear my teammates, couldn't hear anyone, couldn't hardly hear my own thoughts. That was probably the most hostile environment for sure.
Okay. Toughest opponent you've played against?
Thiago Alcantara. He's at Liverpool now, obviously everyone knows that. I played against him at youth level numerous times, and he was an absolute nightmare to compete against. And even to today, he's one of my favourite players to watch, to be honest with you.
On favourite players, Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi, no doubt. No hesitation. I do love Ronaldo, and I really respect what he's done, but in terms of the sport that I play and love, Messi's the best ever player.
Toughest moment in your career?
Probably age of 21, my confidence was so low, I was willing to almost give up my career. I prayed and said, God, if you want me to go into another field, or you want me to go into full-time ministry, because my confidence was that low and I kind of fell out of love with the game, that was the time where it was like a make or break, and God made it very clear that I wasn't done in football. So that was probably the toughest moment where my confidence was at rock bottom, to be honest with you.
Okay, first Winter World Cup coming up. Who will win it?
It's a tough one. I think dealing with the heat is going to be I don't know what the weather's going to be like over there in December, but still the desert heat is going to be tough. I still fancy a European team. I hope England can go as far as possible, but I think France will be strong. I think Spain might surprise a lot of people this time, and I would like to see a South American team or country do really well. So if Messi wins this World Cup, I think it goes down that he's the GOAT. So I'll back Argentina.
And England and Wales, how well do you think they'll do?
I think they'll do really well. I think England have had a pretty interesting qualification run, and so but with the last 2 tournaments, you've got to be confident that it could be possibly coming home this year. Wales as well. I like the group. They've consistently not overperformed, but proved that underdogs can do really well. So I'll be watching, and hopefully the home nations can do us proud.
Why is your Christian faith so important to you?
I think as a young player and a young person, my whole identity was built upon football, which is dangerous because if you build your life upon soft sand, your house is going to crumble. And as a Christian, having faith in Jesus Christ, He is my rock, my foundation that I build my life upon, not just as a footballer, but as a man. So football's always changing. Some days you're doing well, some days you're doing not so well. But having that relationship with Christ keeps me stable, and it allows me to really do it for reasons bigger than myself. So my faith is everything to me.
So you founded Ballers and God. What are your hopes and dreams for that?
So we want to impact one player at a time. We're passionate about raising disciples in the world of football, and also reaching the world with the gospel of Jesus Christ. So we want to be faithful with the platform God's given us, which we believe is probably the biggest platform in the world in terms of football. And we just want to keep making the name of Jesus known throughout the world, especially in the world of football.
Yeah. At the World Cup in Qatar, there are 7 nations represented who appear on the Open Doors World Watch list for countries where Christians are most persecuted. What do you think about people being able to practice, say, their football, but not their faith?
I think it's a tough one because, Jesus said in this world you'll experience much tribulation, and one of the signs of the end times is that persecution will happen. But even the fact that it does, it's heartbreaking to know that even in this country here in UK, you know, we have liberty to practice our faith. Okay, there's some small forms of persecution, but nothing compared to what other brothers and sisters in the world are facing. And so it's something that's very dear to my heart and dear to a lot of other footballers, especially in ballers of God's heart. And you know, football is a game that unites everyone, and you'd hope that, you know, believers around the world would also have freedom to practice what they believe, especially when, you know, it's their only lifeline, for sure.
And how's your own faith been challenged or inspired by the persecuted church?
It lays everything into perspective for me. We all face challenges, no matter where you are or what kind of background you come from, but our challenges almost seem insignificant compared to those who are almost facing life or death circumstances just for believing in Jesus. So when you look at that from a perspective of us in this kind of culture, it encourages you to press on further your faith, to be more bold, to really, you know, stay intimate with Jesus, but also to pray for these brothers and sisters, you know. So they're inspirations, and maybe their names won't be known around the world, but their names will be known in glory for sure.
And what's the best thing that you think we can do to support our persecuted family around the world?
So I think it's twofold. I think there's two types of people: those who go down into the well to get the water, and those who hold the rope for those who go down. So not everyone can go abroad and go overseas and be hands-on in terms of helping the persecuted church. But for those who can't go, I mean, your prayers, and also partnering financially so that organisations like Open Doors can really have a powerful impact for those who need it most. So if you're watching this, you know, partner with us in prayer, and also, you know, join us in sowing your resources also. Will go a long way.
Thanks, John. Little bonus question for you. Score prediction, England-Iran.
4-0.
4-0 England. Wales-Iran.
Wales-Iran, I'll go 2-0 Wales.
2-0 Wales.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate it.
Bless you.